favorite book was Charlotte's Web. I was mesmerized by the notion that if you just sat quietly enough and listened, you could hear the animals speak. Flash forward 30 years. I listened very hard when my son Philip was a toddler, and I could not hear him speak. But that's a story for another day. Flash forward another 20 years to a day when I was very busy in my office at Autism Speaks, and a lady came to visit me and told me that I should listen to her and that I should not walk alone anymore. And that was the beginning of a beautiful friendship between Autism Speaks and Alpha Xi Delta. So today, all of our families at our 80 walks across the country listen and look for the Alpha Xi Delta girls, as they call them, who come out to play with their children. And father after father, mother after mother write me emails and say, "We were so happy to see those women. We love those women. We're so excited that they are with us and that they are listening to us and helping us with autism every day." And that is why I listen.
My story is a bit different from everyone else up here today because I don't have a brother or a sister with autism. I don't have a son or daughter with autism. And I don't even really teach children with autism. In fact, before I joined Alpha Xi Delta, I probably couldn't have even told you what autism actually was. But because of Alpha Xi Delta's partnership with Autism Speaks, I learned more about the disorder, and the more I learned, the more interested and dedicated I became. The rate by which children are being diagnosed with autism has been increasing every year. And because it's such a fast-growing disorder, many parents have no idea what steps they need to take to ensure the best treatment and future for their child. Studies show that the key to effective treatment is simply early intervention. But what if they don't recognize that their son or daughter isn't hitting the typical developmental milestones? Why is the average age of diagnosis higher than what professionals say can be detected in children? This is where I come in. I am currently conducting a research study that measures the steps parents take to get their child a proper diagnosis. What do parents think they need to do first when they suspect their child might have autism? Where do they go to for help? How do professionals respond to parents' concerns? My study seeks to answer these questions and will hopefully lead to a more easily navigable system of getting a diagnosis for autism. This is why I listen.
Woman, I ate, breathed, and slept Alpha Xi Delta, as I'm sure most of you do or still do. As a professional, I eat, breathe, and sleep autism. Sometimes Alpha Xi during recruitment season, but mostly autism. As an autism specialist, I've been working with students on the spectrum for 8 years, and I can honestly say that I have the best job in the world. I go to work every day smiling and leave every day laughing. Now, that's not to say that I don't shed a few tears sometimes or get frustrated, but it's the little things, like Brendo and Lorenzo spending their first night ever away from home on the 6th grade overnight, or Perry yelling down the hallway screaming, "Do you love Miss Finn?" and Miss Finn is fabulous. Peter riding the largest roller coaster at Six Flags and signing more as he got off. Those are the things that make my job worth all the emotions that come between the laughs and the smiles. This is why I listen.
Imagine for a moment that you're a translator or a tutor to a foreign child. Neither of you understand each other's language. There is no book that'll help guide you through this translation. You must find alternative ways to teach this child to be able to be successful in your world. And then imagine that child is your son. I was asked to share with you what it's like to have a child with autism. While I can't synopsize our life in 2 minutes, I can tell you a few things that I've learned. We deal not only with the primary symptoms of Brennan's autism, but also the accompanying medical issues, which include sensory integration, sleep disorders, ADHD, and epilepsy. We spend our time in doctor's appointments and various therapies, not out of our choice, but out of necessity. We've learned to disregard, I've learned to disregard, the disapproving stares and even verbal insults of strangers who think because your child looks neurotypical that they just need more discipline. We've searched far and wide for anything that may improve his condition or quality of life. We've tried special diets, medicines, every over-the-counter treatment known to man, and therapy after therapy after therapy. I found there is no justice with autism, only this truth. We did not choose autism. Autism chose our son, and in turn us. I've discovered who my true friends are from the way they treat my son. Having a child with autism, I've learned a deeper appreciation for the little things, especially the sweet sound of his voice. It's unpredictable, it's unconventional, but I cannot imagine my life without him. He has made me a better person. As an autism mom, every day is World Autism Awareness Day. I know that I'm doing everything I can to prepare my son for our world. In turn, Autism Speaks is doing everything it can do to prepare the world for Brendan. This is why I listen.
This is why we listen.